Shalom, shalom, Yahshua Allah. I want to start off first things first, giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem Rakadash, which in the Petty Hebrew tongue is the correct names of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to you sister brothers that's laboring in this truth, and shalom to you brothers and sisters that's listening and studying to show yourselves approved. Hey, this got some real good inspiration, Yahshua, which I'm going to show something that, it came from me talking to one of my family members. And I got this pulled in front of us right now to show the 1611 King James Bible, which to me, in my personal opinion, is the best Bible we got out. It's the 1611 King James. You can download the app. You can go to a store named Mardell if you got one in your state and city and order one. They don't even sell them in the store. You got to order it. It's like, I want to say $85. And talking to my cousin, Yashral, I found something out because we would talk on the phone, right? And one thing led to another. And somehow, they know what I do. They know what I'm about. We got to talking about the Bible. And so we got to talk about the men of Israel. And I was hitting her with some scriptures, some precepts to show that the Israelite man, he's up there. Like he's right up under Yahweh. The Israelite man is to be regarded with respect. And as I'm hitting her with scriptures to prove my point, she's reading out of a Bible too, but she has a New Living Translation. And I don't like the New Living Translation. I never did. Even before I got in the truth, I never liked that Bible. But hearing her relay the scriptures from that Bible to me lets me know why I never liked that Bible. And one thing, the theme I found out is that Bible is very watered down, and it takes the Israelite man completely out the picture. Completely out the picture. And I'm going to prove it. We're going to read from the King James Bible, the 1611 King James Bible, and then we're going to check out what they call cross-reference, the New Living Translation. And I do that a lot. I got a lot of different versions of the Bible because I like to see where Esau changed things and switched it up. So I've read lots of versions of the Bible, and I never liked that New Living Translation. That might be the worst Bible out right now. So let's get to it. I'm going to prove my point. And it helps you understand why the Israelite man doesn't have any respect in this modern day society. So check this out, Yahshua. This is Ezekiel 34 and 31. It says, "And yea, my flock of my pasture are men, and I am your God, said the Lord Yahweh." You peep that? He said, the flock of my pasture are men. And see, that's very important for you to know that, because the men carry the ministry. The men have the testimony. The Lord deals with men first, and then he deals with the women and children after that. But it's the man first. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, has flipped that dynamic. He puts the woman first, the man second. And he does that because he's the wicked. He's off. So, of course, he's going to go against the heavenly order that Yahweh Shah set up. And that's why the kingdom is all messed up. That's why his daughters are doing 1,000-man gangbang. They don't listen to him. And it's all Esau fault, because Esau started that happy life, happy wife mentality. Esau Edom is a simp. Every Edomite I've ever met has been a simp. I've never met no Edomite man that I feel like was very masculine. They've all been simped out. They got that alphabet agenda spirit to them. They're just very weak. And that Bible that they put out, that New Living Translation, it shows that. So right there, we just read Ezekiel 34 and 31. That the Lord said that my flock of my pasture are men. The 144,000 are all men. The Lord is leading with his men first. And it's important to know that. And women need to know that. If they did, I bet we would get more reverence. Women would treat men with better respect if that was so. So check it out. I hit her with that scripture, right? And check what she did, Yahshua. She read it in her Bible. And watch what the New Living Translation says. Let's go get that. And watch how it just takes the whole power out of it, man. The whole steam of it. So this is the New Living Translation, Ezekiel 34 and 31. "You are my flock, the sheep of my pasture. You are my people, and I am your God. I, the sovereign Lord, have spoken. So you peep that? It said it totally took the man out. It said, you are my flock, the sheep. It made it all inclusive. So with that being said, it's taking the position, the power away from the Israelite man. That's why the woman believes she doesn't have to come up under an Israelite man. She feels like she can deal with the Most High directly. She ain't got to listen to no Israelite man. She feel like she's over the Israelite man, because Esau put her over the Israelite man doing that, what's that? That Willie Lynch letter, that dynamic. Esau does that to this day. He even puts his woman above him. Esau puts his wife on a pedestal. That's why they romance. They come from Rome. They come from Esau's little weak simp nature. But you see how they made it all inclusive? So with that being said, the Israelite woman's not going to look to the Israelite man like, oh, I need you, you my covering. You know, like the whole dynamic's been destroyed. And I don't like the New Living Translation. And I'm going to show you another example too. Let's go to, this one right here was real, because I tried to hit her with this, and every time I did it, like it didn't even hold no weight to her. She made it seem like, oh, you're just mean, your delivery is mean, and the woman this, you need to do this for the woman. You know, her Bible backed up her soft approach. And it took the whole bite out of the scriptures and understanding, because you got to understand that to get a full understanding of Yahweh Bashar. So you need to know that his flock are men. He's dealing with men first. You gotta understand that. That's why women need to come up under a man of the Lord to really get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You're not gonna, Lord, this ain't gonna deal with women outright. Men have a very big measure of faith that women really don't have. Not saying women can't have faith. It's just a woman's faith is not as strong as a man's faith. Like a man, we believe in spiritual power over her. Women, they can't believe in that. That's way above a woman's pay grade, man. Most women are very carnal. Most women ain't even spiritual enough to even believe in that. So that's why the Lord got to deal with his men first. Men got to get on track first. And then once the Lord gives us the power to subdue our enemies, then our women will get in line. But as far as right now, we ain't got no power. So only the women that got a little spiritual sense to them will come up under Israelite man. So check this out, y'all. I hit it with this right here too. Because we was talking about end times and stuff like that. And I'm like, hey, man, you need a Israelite man to get through this thing, because we're the goal. So I hit it with Isaiah 13:12. And it says, I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. See that? It said, I'll make a man more precious than fine gold. Not a woman, a man. Proving that he's going to deal with men first. And that's the point I was trying to relay to her. But I couldn't relay it because she was reading from a New Living Translation Bible. And I think that's the Bible they use in a lot of these Christian churches, these plantation Christian churches. And that's why women can't get you're not going to get a full understanding using that Bible. That's why I don't use other Bibles. I just use the 611 King James. Now, the Apostle Elder said you could use other Bibles, but in my opinion, I'm like, why? If I got the best version, why I need to go to another version? So I don't come out. That's why you see me not use another Bible. So where was it at? Isaiah 13:12. And check this out, y'all. Watch how this New Living Translation flips it. It says, I will make people scarcer than gold, more rare than the fine gold of Ophir. And see, that completely flips that precept, man. And it takes the whole meaning of it. Because like, once again, it made it all inclusive. It said, I will make people scarcer than gold, more rare than the fine gold of Ophir. So the whole man got taken out the equation right there. And it really, to me, it takes away from the whole, you can't get the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven with that type of meaning, because it softened the blow and it took away what the Israelite man is going to mean. It took it all away. That's why the Israelite woman doesn't look to the Israelite man as gold, because she reads from stuff like that. They got this love everybody, all-inclusive spirit. And that's why. And I'm going to go get another example, because I'm like, dang, that's Old Testament. What about New Testament? So this time I'm going to start with the New Living Translation on what it says. Let's go to Acts 2:22. This is Acts 2:22 out the New Living Translation. And it reads, people of Israel, listen. Yahweh publicly endorsed Yahushua the Nazarene by doing powerful miracles, wonders, and signs through him, as you well know. See, that's what they said. It said people of Israel, you know. But when you go to the 1611 King James, watch what it say. You get that exhortation in the 1611 King James. Now check out what King James say out of Acts 2:22. It says, "Yea, men of Israel." Repeat that. It say, "Yea, men of Israel. Hear these words. Yahushua of Nazareth, a man approved of Yahweh among you, by miracles, wonders, and signs, which Yahweh did by him in the midst of you, as ye yourselves also know." So I like it better the King James. They hit way harder. And it lets you know he's talking specifically to the men of Israel. Because that's going to be the first order of establishing the kingdom of heaven. You got to get the men on point. The men had to be renewed. The men had, because the kingdom's going to be built off of us. The women is going to benefit from the kingdom of heaven. You know, they'll be in it based off the works that we do and the slave force that we're going to have. But it's based off the works we're doing now. Because we're doing the work of Yahweh Shah by relaying this word. And Lord willing, our works and our faith is sufficient enough to get us in the kingdom of heaven. And who's supposed to be doing the work as far as relaying the word? The man. The woman should not be preaching. She's supposed to remain in silence in the church. But they disregard that. Because the modern day church is basically a harlot house. So it's on the men to get order established. And I know every time I try to hit her with a precept about the men, it fell flat. Based on what? The Bible she was using. She's all like, you this too rough. Your delivery is this, and that. Not knowing like that's how it's supposed to be. That weeds out who really wants to seek you. How about your shot? Who just want to play around with it? Because I'm not about to sugarcoat nothing, hold your hand. I'm not going to lay down nothing nice. The prophets wasn't nothing nice. Yahushua was nothing nice. So I'm going to put it out there. If you get offended, hey, you just get offended. Because I feel like I'm not one of those real loud, rah-rah type of brothers. I just relay the truth. And they don't like it. You know, especially these women. I'm saying why. Based on these Bibles that they read. And let's go back to New Living Translation. I want to see something else, get you something else, Yasharala. Because I was like telling my aunt, Kadar Shahan, like, man, go get this and let's see what it say. And they even messed this up. When you go to Romans 9:13, it says, "In the words of the scriptures, I love Jacob, but I rejected Esau." See, that's supposed to say hated. You know, it's like a lay you down easy type of Bible. I noticed that real watered down. Real watered down. And me, I don't like my stuff watered down. I want the real, original. Give it to me. I can take it. I don't like that soft stuff. See, now you go to the King James. Salakia. The King James, 1611 King James, Romans 9:13 says, "As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated." See, I need to see that word hated. They put it and switched it up. Oh, rejected. He was rejected. No, man. The Lord said that man is hated. That's why we're at the point now where they about to get really, really messed up. Talking about the so-called Edomites. Or Salaki, talking about the so-called white man who are Edomites. And they can feel it. They're going to get messed up. They know it. But I'm like, man, that New Living Translation, that Bible, and it's looking like it ain't no telling how many other Bibles is trash like that. No wonder nobody's really engaged and locked in at those Plains Christianity churches. They too busy watching Bad Kids. You can't really learn that in the church. They don't even, a lot of pastor pork chops don't even read out the scripture. They just give you a bunch of mumble jumble of stuff they done went through or they done did, and you don't even get no scriptures like that. You don't get the edification to show you that the New Living Translation is a very, very trash Bible. Now, you can probably get a little bit of stuff in there, but I'm like, man, when I seen it, like, take me to the source. Where can I get me a 1611 King James? Because I want to be able to just, hey, come out the rip with it. And these devils done made it and softened it up. And that's all for plain Christianity. That's all that is. You know? They just want to take the sting out of it to where you can't get the full understanding, which is why we're still in few numbers. Because this devil here, man, I do not like that New Living Translation. And I bet there's worse versions than that. So I just want to come out, Yashrala, and just do a quick little lesson to show you why we use the 1611 King James versus these other Bibles. Especially like the New Living Translation. That Bible is trash. Straight trash. Take the Israelite man out the equation. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. So I just want to pull those little changes right there. I hope it was edifying, informative. I want to say Kwam, Yashar Allah. Hey, and stay locked in because your house is quickly on the way. Shalom.